Hey guys, today I'm showing you every single weapon in this game. Let's get started. First off, we have hand. Give me a second. This weapon is completely worthless. If you're still using this and you have 1,000 slaps, you suck. Also, I meant hits. Anyways. Now we have spring hand. We're slightly getting better. You can jump high with this. This normal jump, spring hand jump. But still exactly. Extended is alright, but still, it's worthless. It's not good. Ow! Now for paintbrush, there's some cool things with paintbrush. If you were to hit someone, they change colors. But if you were to get hit, paint wouldn't go on your screen. See? Next up we have dagger. If you kill someone with this, it plays a cool sound. Plus, you need to kill people for a part of the mastery. So that's how you can know if you got the kill. That was the sound. Next up we have bomb. Bomb acts like a bomb, except you can't drop it. Only the mastered version can drop the bomb. Also, I might cough in parts of the video, but I'll try not to. Next up we have super bomb. It's just a better bomb, basically. Next up we have classic sword. This one plays the sounds from the classic sword. He'll get an E ability sometime. Next we have Pixel Fist. This one is pretty overpowered.
Hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Ice Sword has a chance to slow down the person that you hit. Next up we have sword. This one will get an ability sometime.
Hello! It's me, Super Mario on
Just like paintbrush, this one doesn't change your colors, but it actually puts something on your screen for way longer than paintbrush. Ew! Now this weapon, Shark, does damage, of course, but it has a cool E ability where you go into the ground and you teleport somewhere. You can only teleport on the main island, El Bozo. Next up we have Wrench. Of course this one damages quite a lot, but it also spawns this. Very cool. Bones is more of a gambling weapon. It can give you a trick or a treat. Like it took some health from me, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that hurt me. So the clicks mean you gain health, but the stabs mean you lose health. So if you're really low, be warned. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but still, it could be enough just for one weapon to kill you. Currently, Bat doesn't do anything except just hit, which it does like at least a quarter of your health, which would be 25 damage. So it will get an E ability soon. Just like slot battles, this weapon, which is called Die, it will have a random knockback. Like that didn't do anything. That did something. Nothing. And it can get super powerful.
I don't want to go to Brazil! No!
So it's just another gamble. Fist of Strength gives you strength every time you hit someone, so you'll have more power and do more damage the more you hit people. You can even gain godly powers with this. But there will be a limit, so be warned. Next, we have the C4. This is more of a sacrifice weapon, so you hit someone, you can't hit them again. But you hear this beeping sound? Wait a second. Isn't it always supposed to do this? Fade will be getting an E ability update soon. But the cool thing with this weapon is that if someone's chasing you, you can hit them to teleport them away. Their contrast will go up a lot, but then it will decrease. Uh-oh. Well, he's dead. Well, there's no E ability yet. What? Ah! Bloxiade, if you hit someone 3 times, you can do something cool. This gives you more strength for a little bit. Sorry that I had to be sick. Anyways, this is the Dumbo weapon, and it can stun people in the air for quite some time. Which can get people to leave you alone if you know them or not. But you might get targeted if you do so. Be warned. So with Knockout, you have a chance to get a critical hit. Sometimes it won't be a critical hit. I don't know why the animation is. Oh. But the E ability is that you can always land a critical hit. But then it does go away. Duck this one. Next up we have dash. This one's pretty pointless, but you can dash. By that I mean you can sprint fast and then you slow down. So it's alright if you want to catch up to someone and not always be fast. Gray Bones is gonna be the first phase weapon you unlock. Since I am the owner of the game, I do have these buttons to help me. This is what a phase weapon is. They would have kills, and they would explode. The more kills you have, the more knockback you can win. Next we have gun. This was like one of the most broken weapons ever, but it finally works now. This comes from a different game, by the way, that I made, and the subplace isn't out. This is burning. This is my favorite phase weapon out of them all. Not just because I made it, but it's really cool. Also, you can light your enemies on fire and it damages them for a certain amount of time. This is the pumpkin weapon, and it can light your enemies on fire.
Bruh.
And you also gain some extra health, if you noticed. Next, we have the Tycoon weapon. This weapon, of course, allows you to place a Tycoon. The conveyor belts, like, don't work for the starting stages, but, like, when you get your first upgrade for a conveyor belt, it starts working. I don't know why. I can't seem to fix it. But you can always wait till it drops this thing so you can get more upgrades. Because this drops a rare part and it gives you more money. Can you shut up, Glow? Like, also, the more upgrades you unlock, and well, the more upgrades you unlock, the stronger you become. Can you stop? The more upgrades you unlock, the stronger you become and the faster you become. See, I've gained some speed. And there's some power. Next up we have Acidic Chainsaw. This one will eventually get an update to where it does ticks of damage instead of just damage. But the E ability, you can place acid puddles. It's like 3 to 6. It's always random. Next up we have Void On. This weapon is also a phase weapon. And this was suggested by one of the developers. And with Void On, you give people timers. And of course, if the timer runs out, they die. And you get the kill. So, pretty cool. I will not be waiting for the timer to end, really. You know what? I will. There's going to be some cool animation eventually, but there's none yet. That's it. Fire can light your enemies on fire. Not always, but it can. Let me see if I can't do it. There we go. And that deals more damage. It also ticks down the enemy's health. Next up we have Void Consumer. This weapon, I kind of have to fix, but it will tick down the enemy's health really fast and deal a lot of damage, but it also gives them a timer. And you also have a chance to get a critical hit, like that. And that deals a lot of damage. Next up we have speed. This makes you fast, but you do have a chance to critical hit, like that. And you can deal more damage. Next up we have Earthquake. This can just punch. Oops. But it can also do this. And it can damage the people on the cracks of the earthquake. And it also shakes everyone's camera nearby.
Hey bro, watch your jet.
Next up we have God's Hand. This one just acts like the God's Hand from Slap Battles, but it can also do this. And there is a chance for you to send the person you hit to a sub-voice. So yeah. Also, you'll know if you've sent them, their death sound will change. Also, epilepsy warning with the game pause menu. Last weapon for normal weapons is death. And if you were to hit someone, sometimes you'll get a really rare effect that is super big. It's almost the same size as this island. But it doesn't always happen. It's also an instant. It's also really loud. I kinda lied about that being the last of normal weapons, but it technically is. This is also considered a normal weapon. I'll tell you when we get to badges and game passes. So, if you hit someone, you teleport them somewhere. I'm gonna suck on mobile. Uh-oh. Well, you get the idea. This hand chases you and you kind of have to escape. But there's other dimensions, and that's not the only parkour dimension. There's other versions. So there's multiple. Alternate hand is also really cool, and it's the first weapon that puts you in first person. If you hit someone, you get this cool. So it's pretty much a boss fight. And if you don't escape in enough time, then you die. If you fall off. But you can kill the boss, and then this white portal will spawn, and if you go through it, you escape. I believe that's one of the tasks for the master. Yeah. Next up, we have Error. This weapon will get an E ability soon, but just like God's Hand, they instantly die. But you don't get constantly the gameplay pause screen, so you're good. Maybe. On to Game Pass weapons. There's only 4 of these. So, if you were to hit someone, you gain more power, just like the Fist of Strength. Which is pretty cool. Also, the E ability is this. Fire Rises. And it will damage the person in the circle. But only one person. pretty interesting. Goner Sword is an insta-kill. If they touch the weapon, they don't die, like overkill. Of course, if you hit them, that happens. But if you were to press E, this happens. And if they're still moving, then they'll get killed. Their head explodes. Next weapon is Molten. Oops. This is basically overkill. Pretty cool. Now, this is the only weapon in the game to use its real tool, which would be Roblox's tool. Obviously, it acts like the rocket launcher. This is the only weapon, by the way. Other than the admin version, this is the only weapon. Next up, we have the first badge weapon that was released 2 days after the release of Weapon Fights. Mega Sword. Now, this one, you can't eat the sword, but with the mastery you can. And this deals a lot of damage. And it heals you by a lot. So it's pretty good. Next up we have Synthwave Axe. This weapon makes you fast. And you also heal when you hit someone. You deal a decent amount of damage. Oh hey, a Mega Sword. Next up we have Plasma Sword. This one can also stun you. You can tell whenever you're able to swing again with the light. But if you want people to go away, just hit them. And they'll be stuck in the air for a little bit. Next up, we have Lightning. This weapon also stuns, and was the first weapon to stun. But wait! Plasma Sword is right in front of Lightning. It goes Mega Sword, Synthwave Axe, Plasma Sword. Not Mega Sword, Synthwave Axe, and Lightning. It's because I coded Plasma Sword second, okay? Same for Synthwave Axe. This was the first weapon to have it. I don't care. Next up, we have Backstabber. This is also a phase weapon. I don't need to show anything, really. But the cool thing about this is whenever you get to your firepower and your portal power, you can actually use Burning's ability, and you can also use Voidon's timer ability. It's really cool. Next up we have Kane. This weapon doesn't do anything yet, but it will have an E ability soon. I should have mentioned that Void Consumer acts like iCoin, but iCoin basically does the same thing as Void Consumer, except that it deals less damage, and it doesn't deal it like a bunch of times. So you'll have to hit the person more, but it's still really cool. Also, I call these things bloodsuckers. Yes. Next up we have Poisonous Fist. This one basically poisons. It's like the poison part in the Obby subplace, which is where you get this weapon. It does it up to 3 times, like the poison part, okay? I should have also said that Void Consumer acts like Shadow Ward, same for Voidon, because it gives a timer. It will get an E ability soon, I promise. Next up we have Killer. This is an unfinished phase weapon, but still a phase weapon. So yeah. Also, Killer comes from a different game. At least he was intended to. Now, instead of saying air for this weapon, you say ear. Like, you're saying ear and then you're saying the rest of air. This one does random abilities. So yeah. Blaine has a chance to give you, like, a blood effect which can possibly insta-kill you. But it's pretty rare, so uncommon.
Bruh.
So you'll never really see it unless you play it with this weapon a lot. Blood also does random abilities. But it will get an update soon. It also makes you fast, so I guess that's a little bonus. Next up we have the Sister of Blood, Sus. This one teleports you. So if you really need to, you can hit someone to go run away pretty much. Raven has a chance to teleport you or to just damage. If you get the damage, you do gain some speed. That was the teleport. Next up, we have Anger. This one has a chance to get you angry, like that. I think you also deal more knockback, which is a good buff. The Trick or Treat bag acts like bones, but I guess it's more accurate. And its abilities are stronger. But you're more likely to get damaged. Finger Light Hand acts like a light source and is pretty useful in the caves. And if you were to hit someone, their screen would flash with like a flashbang, a white screen, and then it would fade away. Which is also the same screen that Nightmare uses when you escape or teleport. Blacksmith's hammer is kinda hard to use, but you can still use it. So if you were to hit someone, it will hit them, but also drop an anvil on them. It's not always guaranteed to hit them, so yeah. But it's still pretty useful because even if they are escaping it, they're slow, so you can come back and hit them again. Oh dang. Diamond Sword was the first weapon to have an E ability coded for them. You have a chance, like Anger, to become angry, like that. And this one lasts longer, so like it's way longer. And the E ability is this. If you know the Slicer Glow from Slap Battles, that was the original E ability, but I could never get to it. Spark, if you hit someone, you gain more speed and more critical chance. But the critical chance will always reset to 0 and always be like the same amount of hits. And you can also press E like a bunch of times to get it higher, but it's not really useful, except it makes you fast for a little bit. So it's kind of like dash. Also, this was the first weapon that you could use in a sub-place. Also, warning, whenever you get the critical hit and you use your E ability, you do become really slow. So try not to use it whenever your critical hit's coming. Next we have Cave Beast's Hand, which is really an arm. And this is not Cave Beast's arm, by the way. This is one of the only weapons to like make your arm invisible. But there is an admin weapon, so it's technically second. You do have a chance to chomp the player you hit, like that, and deal more damage. But you can also press E for this. You can roar like Cave Beast. There will be like the roar effect soon with this weapon. I just don't know when I'll add them. So yeah. Next up we have Galaxy Hammer. This one has its unique swing animation. And it's the only one to have this animation. But it's the first weapon to use the same swing animation as its ability.
Bruh.
You don't instantly die, by the way, you just get sent backwards. He touched the orb and died. Winter Streak is the first Christmas phase weapon. There's not going to be a Halloween phase weapon, most likely. And it was the only Christmas weapon I made. I'm sorry. But just like other phase weapons, you can kill, blah blah blah, whatever. With power, the more you hit people, the more effects that appear, but the more knockback, critical knockback chance you'll get, which is always the same. And I believe the more knockback you'll deal. It's not really good, but still, you can use it. If you've noticed any strange flowers around the map, with Alchemist you can pick up any of them. And you can place down a cauldron, like the Alchemist glove. Can you shut up, Lord? You can also, like, combine them with other flowers to make new stuff. Who is that guy? Glove is the first weapon, technically, to have a cool effect whenever you hit someone. Except it's not really that cool. And just like the default glove, which is weapon is the default glove, it will do this. It was supposed to do it more than twice, by the way. I don't know why it cut out, but that was perfect. That's why I meant. Also, whenever you use the E ability, you deal more knockback. But whenever it runs out, of course, it goes back to normal. With Golden Staff, of course, you can just normally hit the person. But that will deal more knockback than the E ability, considering it just does this. It still damages the person whenever they touch it, but deals with less knockback, so eh. With Sword of Teleportation, you can pretty much guess what the ability is. So you can kind of like troll people with this. And like hit combos and stuff. It's pretty useful. With the two-sided, you can either get the glow side, which heals you and just deals damage to the person you hit, or you can get the dark side and like deal ticks of damage to the person you hit. Also, you'll know which one you got. Like, that's the dark side. This is the light side. Yeah, if I were damaged, I would get healed up a little bit. So it's pretty cool. With Mr. I, if you hit someone, that happens. And if you press E, it summons the yellow orb from the boss fight of Mr. Man. Which, this is his eyeball. It's robotic. It's not a real eyeball, it's robotic. Then we have Shadow Fang, which I really like the thing it puts on your screen. If you would hit someone normally, it would put it on the screen, but only for a little bit. But if you use your E ability and you hit someone, then it puts it on the screen for way longer. It's really annoying, but it's really cool. Currently, the last badge weapon is Doom Piercer. If you were to hit someone, nothing would happen. But let's say Pete's moving around. then I can stop him in place with the E ability since I hit him last, and then I can go in for a second swing. Anyways, that was all of the weapons in weapon fights, other than admin weapons. I'll do that for another video. Maybe. I don't know. And I'll also do it for, like, secrets. Let me show you one last weapon. You can equip this weapon, shovel, and go in the arena and fight. But I'd like to use it here, just because. So, only I have this currently. I'm sorry. But there's an E ability for this, where you can dig and possibly get an item. You won't always be granted with one, but you can get one. And there's only one so far. This one, which I'll use right now. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. See ya. Also, do not check my painting up there.